from the great yarns, from the behind the scenes looks, the hypocritical gap, the perverse and unintended consequences, there ought to be a law kind of stories, that's really violates some rules around here stories, right on up to that's illegal stories. It's a whole spectrum of investigative ideas out there. And by laying these out for you and suggesting how you can exercise your muscles, what I'm really trying to get you to think about is that element of your anatomy without which it's not possible to do investigative reporting, and that is an investigative mind. You have to look at the world through a lens that helps you see things freshly, see things that other people have taken for granted and thought nothing about. My favorite example of this is my colleague Gretchen Morgensen and her look at Wall Street research during the dot-com bubble, during the tech bubble. Now, I've been giving seminars like this for 25 years. Back when I worked at Barron's in the mid-'80s, I learned there in the trenches working with editor Alan Abelson that Wall Street research is rarely worth the paper it's written on. Asking a Wall Street analyst what he thinks of a company that his firm underwrote is like asking the candidate's campaign manager what he thinks of the candidate. So you're not getting, I've always known that what they call sell-side research was not something I, as a sophisticated financial reporter, should rely on. Now, why did it never occur to me to ask the question Gretchen did, which is, well, if I can't rely on it, why should investors? Why should investors pay for it if it's not reliable? And the result was her extraordinary and Pulitzer-winning series on the phony, or the deceiving and misleading analyst reports about high-tech companies that Wall Street churned out when they were trying to sell their shares. So I had seen it. Every sophisticated financial journalist I know knew that sell-side research wasn't worth anything, but Gretchen asked, well, why? Why should that be? Is that right? And the way you arrive at breakthrough stories like that is by keeping your eyes open and your mind fresh and oriented towards looking for investigative possibilities in all that you see.